program here at West Virginia University. Our entire family would like to express our most deepest sympathy to the families in southern West Virginia with yesterday's tragic mining incident. While we had a practice here today, and it was a very important practice, let me tell you, there's nothing at all like what happened down there with those great people. And we just like to express our sincere sympathy, and our thoughts are with them. This is just a game of football, but that game of life is a whole lot more important. I know that personally, because as a 9-year-old, I lost my uncle over here in Tunnelton, West Virginia, in his coal mine up on Campground Road, Bus Miller. Passed away when I was just a lad, so that's not to be overlooked by anyone in our state, and our football team is very much aware of it. Today's practice was fast, and they looked like they were enthused. I just talked to them very briefly there, and there's all kind of ingredients in every recipe. Our recipe today was pride and passion and discipline. And you can't have anything. You can't have a family. You can't have an organization. You certainly can't have a football team or army or anything without pride, passion, and discipline. But the main ingredient is still lacking. We're way, way, way behind the main ingredient. And that's what I talked about yesterday in the spring briefing. We need leadership in the worst way. We need seniors to step forward, and they're doing a pretty good job. There's just not very many of them. And you just don't have to be a senior to lead. But our chemistry is good. Our leadership's good, and all those buzzwords, like I just said, they're all good. Nothing near the great. You can just take our men's and women's basketball team and see what chemistry will do and leadership will do. So I'm not real pleased with that at all.
What are your goals for spring practice?
Well, chemistry, leadership. That's first and foremost on both sides of the ball. Offensively, we need to become a consistent, more efficient offense, particularly in the latter half of the season, once opponents get 6, 7, 8 films on you. We need to finish. I thought we did a pretty good job at Cincinnati, Pitt, and Rutgers, and was very displeased with the second half of the bowl game. So that's offensive. We need to finish and finish and finish. Defensively, we need to disguise more. You saw that out here today. I wanted to disguise and move around and stem and not show our hand so we can pressure the quarterback. I was not pleased with that. And then that's about the main thing.
What's Gino's status throughout the spring? Is he gonna
look pretty good to me today?
Yeah. Is he gonna go full? Is he gonna be in the game? You think?
No. If he's in the game, he won't be hit.
How's it the heat today?
Good. Wasn't this great? Some guys need to go to bed at night instead of playing Nintendo and all that stuff.
What they're doing.
Did you play that last night, Bob?
Ah, darn. You caught me. I can't spell Nintendo.
PlayStation's a good thing. It's just not a good thing for a collegiate football player trying to make an impression on the staff. Some guys made a nice impression out there today.
Anybody stick out in particular?
I thought Coley White threw the ball better than I anticipated. That was good. Coley competed. I thought Gino threw some good balls. Catching the ball caught my eye, and I've said it all spring. Will Johnson, he's been a nice force, and we need to get the ball to him. Tavon caught some nice passes. Running the ball, Noel was pretty good.
Is it still, Bill, kind of a work in progress in what you're really going to do with Tavon, because you can do so much with him?
Well, he's going to start out the wide out. We're going to start him out there and see how he does. Heck, there's not that many of them out there. And then if something happens to Noel, if he goes down, Tavon's going to tailback. I'm not going to blink. I'm going to put Tavon at tailback and let Jock stay where he is. That way you don't weaken two positions by moving Jock and then Tavon. We could keep Tavon as a second team slot behind Jock or a second team tailback behind Noel. I say put him outside at Z, let him start, run screens, run deep balls. Then if something happens, we'll move him in at tailback.
Is he eventually your tailback?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, he and Ryan Clark eventually. Big back, small back, big back.
Is he just too good to not have on the field though right now?
Colin, you have to have that kind of talent on the field, as long as he earns it. He earns it.
You said outside?
He's going to be outside as one of the wide guys. Right now, if we were to start tomorrow, it'd be Bradley Stark out there at X and Tavon would be at Z, the two wide guys.
What about that? Because his stature is something that typically is a slot guy. That's not an outside guy, but talent.
He's fine. He'll go get the ball. Sure. Put the best 11 out there.
Coach, you guys that aren't here today, you just assume that they're not coming or whatever.
You betcha, Greg. I'm going to tell you what. I'm glad you asked me. I've been chomping at the bit. I started to hand out cue cards. Let me tell you something about this life we're in. And this is for all young people. I got one at home. It takes a man now, or a young lady, to play Division I, whatever sport. And it's not for everybody. Division I football isn't for everybody. Sometimes 6 a.m. workouts shy people away. Sometimes workouts in the weight room shy people away. I only care about those that are here, and those that have left, I won't lose 1 ounce. I won't blink of worry. I won't lose one. I won't have 1 ounce of worry on anyone that's not here. We're going to play with who we got. So I'm glad for us.
So when you said last week that those people would be welcome back if they came back,
they'll be welcome back in the stadium steps and pushing the 45-pound plate all spring. Then they could come out next August. But they got a lot. There's no exception in our vocabulary. That word doesn't exist. I don't care who you are, what you play. 7 knows it, 9 knows it, 30 knows it, 93 knows it. That word doesn't exist. That's why we're good. That's why we play tough. That's why we play fast.
Coach is talking about leadership. Noel seems like he's really picked up that role today.
I thought he did a nice job out there. He was really good. It was fun. Fun to see him. He took charge.
The guys in red, what's the situation with Scooter and Tyler?
Just waiting on injuries to heal. Scooter had surgery. He'll be back in the fall if he lives right. And the other guys, we're just waiting for them to heal up. Ryan Nealon.
What does Tyler have?
He had a little thing in his ankle, and Dave Kearns will release. Thought he might kick today a little bit. We're just going to hold him just to make sure. I've seen him kick.
Billy, in these next few weeks, maybe we all need to be careful, and his teammates all need to be careful to remember that Gino's a young kid.
That would be nice. If you all would do that, I would be so appreciative.
But in all seriousness,
mainly the teammates do it. But you know what? I've seen a lot of sophomores in years past. We had our own out here, Mike Sherwood. I've seen a lot of sophomores play very well. And it's time for Gino to step up and make his mark. And it's time for Coley to step up and make his mark. And we have 2 talented freshmen coming in here, and we'll see when they get here what the addition they'll do. But right now, it's time. And, sophomore, junior, senior, whoever steps up and takes those snaps is going to be our guy.
Your expectations for Urban?
High. High. Tyler Urban's probably the best tight end. I think he's the prototype tight end. And if he stays healthy, and the good Lord's willing, with his health, he continues to work, he'll have a fine career someday. Will Johnson's another young man with this. He's more of an H-back receiver tight end. Both those guys have a chance to go on and play, but they have to have great years here.
Will Coach McMichael bring a different aspect
big time.
to coaching?
David McMichael, just put that UConn film on last year. Remember that tight end we couldn't stop out here? Those option routes, they're in today. So that was good.
Gino's wearing sneakers, especially orthopedic shoes.
Nope. Well, you better ask Dave. They may have an orthotic in there. It's on the it's a 5th metatarsal. It's outside. It was the left foot. I saw on the right. He hobbled on, and it's coming along real well.
You got Stewart back, Bill Stewart. I know he wouldn't have gone necessarily, but
he's on the team.
Yeah, but I don't think his position was ever really out if I read the cards right. But he was pretty valuable for you.
He's a good man. He's a good man.